Hello, my name's Chris Jones. I work at the Child Protection Research Centre at Edinburgh University. We're very happy here at the centre to be involved in a collaborative project involving CELSIS, the Centre for Excellence in Looked After Children in Scotland, Quarriers, the Fostering Network, and the Universities of Strathclyde, Edinburgh and Glasgow. We've been working together to develop understandings of the challenges and disadvantages faced by disabled children in the care system. One of the products of our work together has been a review of international literature which was recently published in the journal Child and Youth Services Review. The aim of the review was to identify and summarise research and other information in order to inform policy and practice, and to promote the rights of disabled children in care to obtain safe, secure and permanent placements. Some of the key messages from the research were that disabled children looked after away from home often fare differently than other looked after children. Generally, they do less well than other looked after children. In the US and the UK, we found that they are less likely to return home, although not less likely than their non-disabled peers to be adopted, unless they have a learning disability. Disabled children are also placed out of area and in inappropriate settings more often than other young people. In most countries, disabled children wait longer than others to be adopted. Nevertheless, the good news is that once they are adopted, placements are usually successful. Disruption rates are, however, high in foster care. Of course, disabled children are not all the same. They have different ages, genders, ethnicity, and different types of impairment, and these all impact on how they get on. A mix of these factors can make the difference between placement success and breakdown. For example, a Dutch study found that children who come into care at an older age and have challenging behaviour are more likely to face disruption. Some research suggests that problems finding long-term foster carers or adopters for disabled children are mainly down to the children's disabilities, but other studies take a more broader view and point to failings within services and systems. Agencies could be more imaginative in how they recruit families, focusing more on the rewards rather than the challenges of caring. In a recent YouGov poll of 1,000 Scots, which was commissioned by Quarriers in 2012, 26% of respondents said that they would consider looking after a child with multiple disabilities, 40% a child with social, emotional and behavioural difficulties, and 58% a child with learning disabilities. However, many cited concerns, including the lack of support, which were likely to put them off. Inadequate support for foster carers, adopted parents and disabled children is reported frequently in Britain and elsewhere. In Scotland as elsewhere, it's important to tackle any negative attitudes among professionals about placing disabled children, and to look at alternative ways to recruit foster carers and adopters. It's also vital to ensure carers receive practical and emotional support, especially where children have emotional or behavioural issues. The research findings that I've just been talking through were presented and discussed at a seminar held in Glasgow in October 2014. We were delighted to be joined at the seminar by Tam Bailey, Scotland's Commissioner for Children and Young People, who set this work in the context of wider children's rights agenda. The slides from the seminar, a short podcast, and a link to the published paper are available from the Child Protection Research Centre web pages.